Today on Scratch, we're gonna look at one of our favorite recipes, pizza. Everybody loves pizza, don't we?
I actually don't like pizza.
She's crazy. Almost everybody likes pizza.
I don't like
but
pizza.
We've found over the years, as we've developed different recipes and perfected them, we think we've perfected them, we found some tricks and tips that really help make our pizza recipe probably one of the best ones we've seen out there. It rivals some of the ones, in my opinion, in some of the top kitchens. So, without further ado, Devin, take it away.
Yeah, it is funny because I actually don't like pizza. But we're gonna start with 3 cups of water. You want this warmer than you probably think. Not lukewarm, a little bit warmer. And then we're going to do, we're gonna start with our sugar. Tablespoon of sugar. And the sugar is for your yeast to have something to grow with. And then half a tablespoon maybe of salt. That seems like a lot. We're gonna do a little less. And then we're going to lift the handle on our mixer and add in a couple cups of flour. And if you don't have a stand mixer, you can do this by hand. It's not fun, but you can.
Takes a little bit of work.
It does.
Get your elbows working.
Okay, so we're gonna get this mixing. So 2 cups of flour into our tablespoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of salt mixture, and 3 cups of water. So we're gonna let that mix.
And don't forget your oil.
Oh.
I always put my oil in first. She likes to put hers in after.
Well.
My dough never rises, hers does. So
that's true. My dough always
we'll leave it to the expert. That's why she's mixing this and I'm not.
That's right. It is funny. That is how that works.
That's true.
Okay, we're gonna put in 3 tablespoons of oil. Olive oil or canola oil works fine, or vegetable oil would work as well.
I wouldn't recommend using butter. Butter burns really easily at high temperatures, and you're gonna cook your pizza at a high temperature. And
we're gonna add in a tablespoon of quick rise yeast. You could use a slower rise yeast. You would just need to, the double rise yeast, you just need to let it rise twice. Okay, and we're just gonna let that keep going a little bit, and now you're just going to start adding your flour. You add flour, it's different every time, I gotta tell you. It's until the dough comes from the side of the bowl, it starts to make its own ball of dough. That's when you know that you're done, and it's nice and it's elastic, and you'll know. Just trust me, you'll know.
There's no exact science to it. It just seems like every time you put some in.
Yeah.
That's our favorite measurement in our house. How much do I need of this? Some.
That's why I have a hard time sometimes sharing recipes, honestly, because, I would ask my mom when I was in college, how do I make this? And she would go, well, some of this and some of that. Well, that doesn't help. But I actually couldn't cook when we got married. I didn't know how to cook.
Yeah.
I used to make those noodle packages you would just add butter and water to. That's what I lived off at university.
We got a great gift for our wedding anniversary, or for our marriage. We got a cookbook. It was kind of like a basic bridal edition of a cookbook, and it was like cooking for dummies. And I kind of knew how to cook, but
He did.
yes,
Much better than I did.
I was gonna say one of us was a dummy, and I don't think I should put that on there.
Maybe not.
No. But it really helped out. We actually went through the recipes, and as we made them, we would put smiley faces by the ones we liked and frowny faces by the ones we didn't. And we just kind of went from there, and Devin likes to follow the recipes, and I like to be a little bit more cavalier.
It's true. I usually try to follow the recipe the very first time as it's written, then we eat it, and then Brian critiques it, and then we perfect it. So we're just gonna let this dough rise, and then after this break, we'll show you what the final dough looks like and how we let it proof. back. We have our dough proofed now. Oh, it looks so good. And now we're going to put these onto our pizza stone and our pizza pan. We love having a pizza stone, and when we make pizzas, we preheat it in the oven at 500 degrees. You're going to want to check the manufacturer's rules for your own pizza stone to make sure it can go up to 500 degrees. So this is smoking hot coming out of the oven. We're gonna let it just sit for a minute there. And then we're going to put a little bit of flour down. You can totally use cornmeal, which is actually a more common use during pizza making. So I'm just kind of smashing down the dough. It's about half the size that it was. I'm gonna flour my hands a bit because it's quite sticky. We also love to use garlic butter on all of our pizza.
And that's probably I think the thing that really separates our pizza dough out from other ones is when we do it, we put garlic butter on it. It makes a huge difference.
And we put it on at all stages of pizza.
We like butter and we like garlic, and it just makes everything wonderful.
I saw a thing on the other day on social media that said if a recipe calls for 1 clove of garlic, it's wrong. So you should always use more than 1 clove of garlic.
Yeah, we love garlic.
So another thing that we like to do with our dough, oh, this is perfect, is bake it in the oven for about 10 to 15 minutes. Poke it with a fork before you put it onto your pizza stone, and so it doesn't blow up on you. A little incident on Valentine's Day this year with the pizza crust. And you're gonna get it into the oven. You're gonna hear this kind of sizzle as it goes right onto the pizza stone, which is wonderful. So I'm gonna do one of these on the pizza stone and one of these onto the pizza pan. And I don't have a pizza cutter handy.
If you have a pizza cutter, you can just cut around the edges of it, make it look pretty, but
yeah,
let's do it after we put it on here.
So we're just gonna pick this up.
But we've experimented with lots of different pans. We like the stone, but
Best. You'll notice that your dough starts to shrink as soon as it starts to cook here. Yeah, we need to
trim that a little bit. We'll trim it. It's actually already starting to harden on the bottom, so we can trim it before it goes into the oven. We'll just
I can already see it starting to cook. All right, and then I'm just gonna
just
pull it off here.
Easy to kill it.
Because we like rustic.
And if you ever want to make a stuffed crust pizza, you leave that extra dough and just roll like cheese sticks in it.
And we're just gonna put a little bit of garlic butter on because garlic and butter. And we're just gonna pop this back into the oven for about 10 or 15 minutes. We're gonna do the same thing with our pizza pan, and then we'll be right back after this.
Welcome back, everybody. We're just ready to start assembling our pizzas. So we've got them out of the oven. When you're looking at pre-baking your crust, you may not want to use the full 10 or 15 minutes. Sometimes, depending on your oven heat, it could be a little bit too done. You don't want it to be really done at the end.
And depending on who you are, one of you might like it a little crispier than the other.
Well, considering I like pizza and you don't, how about we go with me? Anyway, so I'm going to start with the chicken pizza over here.
What kind of chicken pizza?
I've got a couple of different kinds. So this is just rotisserie chicken that we've pulled off of a rotisserie chicken. It's a great way to get extra legs, so to speak, out of the chicken. You can even use the leg meat. Did you like that one? I did that one good. So the first one of my personal favorites, is a buffalo chicken pizza. We've got some hot sauce here. We're going to pour it in our ranch dressing. Just ranch salad dressing and some hot sauce. I'm going to give that a stir. Hope I don't get it on my white shirt.
Yeah,
my mouth is watering just thinking about the heat from this.
You could also top this with a nice blue cheese, which would be good. We aren't giant blue cheese fans, so we're just going to use a basic cheddar marble mix, cheddar mozzarella mix.
So then we're going to take a little bit. It's spicy. I'm going to take a little bit of this chicken, about half of what we have here. We're going to get it nice and coated.
And today we're going to do 2 large pizzas, and we're going to put 4 different flavors on them to show you just a variety of what you can do.
So 2 on each there. So we're just going to throw this on there, sauce and all. Now we don't use a base for this one. There's just really no need to have a base. This is saucy enough. kind of like my wife. Saucy girl. So we're gonna spread it around there.
That's why you married me.
That's right. You could add anything else that you like in this, but it's, you know, kind of like a buffalo wing type.
That looks so good.
It is good. The next one we're gonna do is a barbecue chicken pizza.
That's my mom's favorite.
So just some barbecue sauce here. Whatever your favorite kind is. Some people like it tangy, some people like it hot, spicy, some people like it sweeter. Whatever you like for barbecue sauce. Mix a couple kinds. I don't recommend doing that because the flavor profiles are so different in the barbecue sauces. But again, we're just gonna mix it in the bowl.
Oh, some of the barbecue sauce we've had in Nashville.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that just, can we go back to Nashville right now?
Nashville right now.
Oh, that's
We're doing this cooking show thing.
Oh
right
yeah,
now.
okay,
Woo!
sorry.
Don't throw it on the ground. So again, we're just gonna scoop it onto the pizza. And the reason I like to, some people will put the sauce on the base of the pizza and then they'll put the chicken on and then they'll put their onions and cheese. The reason I like doing this is as it bakes, the barbecue sauce flavor is actually going to incorporate into the chicken. You just get I find you get a fuller flavor and you get, I don't know, it just tastes better to me that way.
Don't forget your onions.
So we're gonna do that. We're gonna throw some red onions on there. Give it just a little bit of a deeper flavor there.
They're perfect. I love red onions.
Red onions are good.
They're so good.
And then we're gonna top it all with this mozzarella cheddar blend.
Oops.
Oopsies. We like to go kind of heavy on the cheese. Just be careful you don't go too heavy because then your cheese actually doesn't brown up.
I thought you dropped some more. That looks so good.
It is good. All right, I used all that cheese. Oops. And then before Devin gets started, the last thing that we like to do, like we said earlier, this makes the difference, a little bit of garlic butter around the edge.
Oh, that's the killer right there.
Right there. That's good stuff. All right, so Devin's gonna get started with hers. I'm gonna throw this in the oven and grab some more cheese.
So first I'm just gonna start with a basic pizza sauce. You can buy your favorite one out of the bottle or the jar from the store, or you can just add a few kind of Italian-based spices and add it to tomato sauce. I don't like a super saucy pizza, but then again, I don't really like pizza, so I don't get much say in what happens. But you can add as much sauce or as little as you like. Okay, and we're going to do a basic pepperoni pizza. Apparently everybody but me likes pepperoni pizza.
And the key to a good pepperoni pizza, I learned from working at a pizza shop.
Oh, is to put the pepperoni on top.
You put the pepperoni on top.
Oops.
But Devin likes to put hers on the bottom. There's nothing wrong with that.
I knew too when I started this I was going to do it wrong. I can't because I don't like pizza.
Oh.
But Brian did work in a pizza shop as a kid because his dad had a gas station.
Oh.
Okay. We're close. The fun thing about making pizza at home too is A, you can get your whole family involved, and B, you don't have to scrimp on the toppings like they do sometimes. Okay, and then I think we're gonna add sausage to this half. I guess I went a little, I can go one more layer here. All right, yeah, growing up, we would eat a lot of pizza. Maybe that's why I don't like pizza, I don't know. But my mom would just buy pre-made crusts and we would make our own pizzas on Sundays.
It's so easy to make your own crust if if you have any inkling of what you're doing.
Or not. As us. Oh, one thing I was going to mention is it's really easy to find pepperoni and sausage toppings anywhere. We love to find pepperoni and sausage at our local restaurant shop. I don't know, it's just so good. This one is heavy on the fennel, which is kind of nice if you like sausage. Okay.
So that one's good.
Next, we're gonna do one of our family's very, very, very favorites. And instead of tomato-based sauce, you could use a barbecue sauce, but we're doing tomato sauce today. And we're doing a cheeseburger pizza, which is yummy.
So you could, if you do barbecue sauce, you get a barbecue bacon cheeseburger, but this will just be a regular bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
And every good cheeseburger needs pickles. Devin doesn't like hot pickles, so she puts ours on afterwards. I like mine warm, and since she doesn't like pizza, I get to win this one.
And what I usually do is I just add mine on after. Sometimes I try to leave a little piece for me. And then pickles. I really don't like warm pickles.
And these are just garlic dill. If you like something else, I don't recommend sweet pickles, but you could add jalapenos to this. You could even add some red onions if you like. Mushrooms would be good on that if you are so inclined to eat such nasty things. Obviously, we don't like mushrooms. There's lots of different pizza toppings. We're pretty basic in our house. Not too many veggies. Pretty much just get the meat and cheese and sauce, and that's good.
Yeah, we're very exciting. Okay.
It looks light on the cheese. Should we add some more cheese before we throw it in the oven?
No, we're fine.
All right.
And we're just gonna add our garlic butter. If you get it too far down the side, it's going to burn in your oven.
And if you're using a pan, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it in the camera. If you're using a pan like this that's got the open bottom, you'll want to put something underneath to catch any grease that drips off. Pepperoni as it cooks is very greasy and it will drip, so you do want to put something underneath of it so you're not burning your oven.
So after the break, we're going to cover a quick broccoli sunshine salad and see our finished pizzas. Welcome back. We're just gonna make a super easy broccoli sunshine salad. I know getting my family to eat salad isn't always the easiest thing, my husband specifically, but he loves this salad. So we're gonna make it super easy. Just mayo with a tablespoon of sugar, which might be why my family likes this so much. We're gonna mix that together with a few tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. You can use regular vinegar, and we have in the past. We just find that the apple cider is just a little better flavor. I'm gonna just set that aside quick, and we're just gonna cut up some broccoli. And you want these into bite-sized pieces, nothing too big. Just really easy here. This is also a fantastic salad to take to, you know, like Sunday get-togethers, things like that, potlucks, because the longer it sits, it's one of those salads that one of those meals that gets a little bit better as it sits the longer. All the flavors start to integrate with each other. And anyway, so we're just gonna keep going here. You want, I don't know, about 3 cups of broccoli or so. Again, this is something you could stretch a little further if you want to add a little bit more broccoli to it. Okay. And we're just gonna, one more quick head of broccoli here. I don't like the big stems on my broccoli personally. Nobody likes to bite down on a big chunk of that. So, really easy. Okay, here we go. All right, I'm just gonna push this off to the side quickly. Now we're gonna get down to the good stuff here. There's our dressing. Some red onions, they just give a really nice bite. They're a little bit stronger, but we like them. And bacon, because bacon is our favorite food group in our house. And cheddar cheese or marble cheese works great. And then raisins, let's just add that nice little sweetness to it. Okay, so we're just gonna mix that with our hands a little bit and then get right in here with the dressing. Okay, toss that together and you'll have a perfect broccoli sunshine salad. Okay, and we'll be right back with our finished pizzas.
So, welcome back. We've got our pizzas out of the oven. We've even cut into one, and we're ready to eat some pizza with our salad. Now, normally we're not that cheesy couple, but since she doesn't like pizza, and I do, she's agreed to be cheesy for a second. So,
I don't know.
Oh, look at that, almost got
This
her.
is gonna For our basic pizza dough recipe, we use 3 cups of warm water, half a tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 3 tablespoons of olive oil or canola oil, 4 to 6 cups of flour, and 1 tablespoon of yeast. To go with our pizza, we make a broccoli sunshine salad. Half a cup of mayonnaise, 1 tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar, 3 cups of broccoli florettes chopped, 1/3 a cup of raisins, a 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese, 4 slices of bacon crisply cooked and crumbled, and 2 tablespoons of chopped red onion.
That's so good.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
Join us next time for another delicious episode of Scratch.